people put their dream on the back burner, and suddenly, days becomes weeks, and weeks become months, and months become years, and suddenly there's a lifetime, and that is my biggest fear.
It's like good enough, so you gotta be great, and I'ma do whatever it takes, doing what I love in life, and I'll pay the price, and not stopping even if the shit kills me, even if it kills me.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to MattGron Talks, episode 175. And my name is Mattias Gronborg, aka MattGron, and here I share my scale-up journey building my company from nothing to something. And of course, as usual in the show, my dear friend and co-host, Svea-Malina Lenshaw. How are you doing, Svea-Malina?
Hi, Mattias. Olaf. Or was it Olaf Mattias? I'm not sure. But I'm
Olaf
with victory, with the V.
Yes.
I remember that. V for victory. Welcome to MattGron Talks. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great as well. If you're new here, this is where entrepreneurship runs smack into reality 3 times every week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, actually, we publish new episodes. And Mattias has the framework.
Yes, we have a framework for you guys. Welcome to all the newcomers. Every Monday we talk about self-development, and I share my own journey growing as a human being and a leader. And then every Wednesday I talk about all the things I'm learning in the entrepreneurial process when I'm scaling up my company. And then every Friday we talk about the week, and I also share my weekly self-inventory, and that means we are talking about things I could have done differently. We are also going through things I have learned during the week, and we are celebrating the victories of the week, which is very important.
Yes, my favorite
to
part.
remember. Yes,
celebrate the small wins, right? That's important.
Exactly.
So,
or the big wins.
Or the big ones, yes, of course.
But what do you have for us today, Svea?
So today, Monday, like you said, self-development, growing as a human being. Today, I want to talk about the fear of being judged and why we shouldn't be afraid of being judged by others. So let's start, Mattias.
Big topic.
Yeah, big topic, but I feel interesting, very interesting. What do you have to say there? So, like I always say, let's start in the beginning. Okay, let's start easy, soft start, simple question. Can you relate to that feeling of fearing what other people might think about you, of being judged?
Yes, for sure. Especially in my role as the CEO of this growing company, I need to take a lot of decisions that will make people not happy. And then I'm afraid what they should think about me, right? That's the core of what I'm doing right now we have been talking about the leadership course I'm taking this year. And I would say one of the biggest self-development things I'm working on 2022 is actually set me free from that codependency in my company. I think that will actually create an environment where true leadership could prosper at Igomon.
It sounds like this is something you're facing every day, like you said, when you're taking decisions. And I think you also said in another episode that people will always have opinions. And yeah, I feel it's just how it is. You cannot please everyone, right? There will always be people who are not happy about a certain decision, definitely.
I mean, for sure, fear is a part of the daily environment. And I need
fun.
to... Yeah, I mean... And it is. Today, fear is not something that holds me back. I think it comes in so many different forms. There is one thing facing fear, being challenged by fear, and it's a completely other thing having that emotions running around in your life with the feeling of fear and not doing anything.
Yeah.
And staying paralyzed.
Yeah.
So I was talking about starting my own business for years, but I did nothing. And like one day I felt, it was that moment when I realized, oh shit, I can't wake up one day and look back and, see my whole life knowing that I did nothing.
Yeah.
That moment, that I think that changed everything. And I remember how I actually, I looked myself in the mirror and realized that I need to change something. And that day I also get more focused on, my own journey.
Yeah.
And I stopped comparing myself with others' journeys. And here I am today. And I'm battling the same emotions, same feelings as I had back then. And I have said it before. Sometimes when you're asking the questions, it sounds like today I'm an entrepreneur and I'm not afraid, and but I have fears. I have always had fears, and I think I'm pretty good living in that environment. And what I'm doing today, I'm very aware of that voice in my head, because I said I was comparing myself with others. And in one way, I think it's not being judged of other people. That's not fun, right? Let's be honest. That's not fun. But what I have learned about myself and being paralyzed, I would say, if I'm curious and really listen to that voice inside of myself, that inner critic voice, I will soon realize that the problem is on this side of the microphone. It's not really what other people think about me.
Yeah, there's actually one thing I want to point out that you mentioned there in the beginning, and I think is very valuable. You said that, there's like this good type of fear, the one that pushes you, that challenges you. And on the other hand, there's the kind of fear that paralyzes you. And you said you felt paralyzed for quite some time, and you wanted to, build your company, Moon, for a while, until you actually had this moment of, I always forget the word, serendipity, the moment of clearness, where you knew you had to change something. So this feeling of being paralyzed, was that also because you were feared of other people's opinions? Was that one of the things that contributed to that feeling?
To be honest, there is two situations. Being judged. I think there is obviously when, you read things, or when people tell you things that they don't like you, they disagree, whatever. That's something, it's out there, and you make a decision to face it. But for me, the most important part, and that's why I said the problem is on this side of the microphone. No matter what face me, the circumstances out there, I have my own responsibility to adjust the things I hear, the voice in my head. And that's the most important thing to focus on, because that voice will fuel the outcome of what I'm trying to create. If I can hear things, like if you tell me something about me, that could even make me even more decisive to go after something. Being judged could also be a positive thing, depending on how you play that situation in your mind. I think the worst enemy is myself. When I'm judging myself, could be expectations I put on myself. I would say that paralyzed me for a long time. I said I should do stuff, I never did it, and I think that's pretty common, when people put their dream on the back burner, and suddenly, days becomes weeks, and weeks become months, and months become years, and suddenly there's a lifetime. And that is my biggest fear, that I never tried. So people will always have a lot of things to say about people that do stuff, people that try. And I think it's always tough to stand outside of the herd, You always want to maybe look and sound and behave as everyone else. And I think that could stop you, especially if you have close people, your family, and people like that say you should do stuff in a specific way, or don't start that business, it's dangerous, and don't go after your dreams. I mean, you should not think that you are a special person or something like that. Don't be stupid. So I think we hear a lot of things every day that we need to make a decision on how to attack on. That's what I mean with the voice, right?
Yeah, I feel my takeaway for today is I was thinking if I can put it into like a nice sentence, something like the only judge you should fear is yourself. I think that is that's my takeaway, and I think that's very true, and an angle I haven't thought about before, really, that we're always like so, or like I'm generalizing now, but I feel like most people are, you know, they care about other people's opinions. They are afraid of being judged, and that might paralyze us. But I feel it's very true. The only thing we should really focus on is our own judge, and our own judge we can, you know, work on. We can work on our insecurities. We can become better. And like you said in the beginning, we can make that voice in our head just a little bit kinder. And I feel that's what we need to do, and really just focus on the judge inside ourselves and not so much what other people say, because I feel that's oftentimes just projections of their insecurities. Or maybe for them it's risky to build their company, or it's stupid to invest in this or that, but maybe for you it's not. And I feel it's important to just listen to what you are wanting to do. And yeah, that's my takeaway here. Did I nail it, or do we have something to add?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I mean, let's be honest, it takes time to go after your dreams. And I think when we compare ourselves to other people, we judge ourselves, I mean, then we are not really in the process to do the journey, you know, to do the journey, building the dream. Then we are in the process to maybe reach a specific end goal, like a valuation of a company, or, you know, something that is that more becomes a burden or something that stops us. So
I would say let's wrap it up. So we answered the question why you shouldn't care about other people's opinions, because the only opinion that actually matters is your own. I think it's as simple as that, honestly. And thank you, Mattias, for your insights and sharing your experience as always. And also you guys, thank you for watching. If you like what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and also hit the bell so you don't miss a future video. And also, if you have any ideas for future topics or any questions to Mattias, leave a comment or shoot him a message. The contact details are in the box down below. And otherwise, I hope to see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.